Hi everyone, it's Josh from Dungeon Boys, welcoming you back for another episode of adventure as we play through The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. In our last episode, our party contrived a plan to pilfer Mr. Witch's magical pocket watch. What secrets will we uncover, and what adventure will we find? Join us as we explore more of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
The vein is not all knowing. It's some knowing.
It sees the best in people.
And so, based on that, your estimations were correct. That Prince would be crowned the Witchlight Monarch. Woo! The Witchlight vein saw how he comforted a child. It saw how he was a good sport in the snail ride. It saw how he just was a very kindly fellow, very helpful, despite an insatiable desire to understand what's going on. The Witchlight thread circles around the top, and then it makes its way, boop, and boops Prince on his little kitty legs.
Sneeze, and then it's all over.
And with that,
Literally.
please roll a Constitution saving throw.
17.
17.
So for 17 feet.
It is a long walk.
I do it with pride.
Every step. I mean, everybody who's listening to this has had the bubble guts at some point.
That's a technical word.
Every step, every step is just a little bit of gas. Poop comes out. Every step you want to burp and poop and lay on the ground and die all at the same time, but you hold it in. You use that kitty concentration.
That's the shocks before the earthquake.
You make it. You're making your way there as Mr. Witch and Candlefoot make their way towards the center of the big top alongside Mr. Light. As they step into the spotlight that comes from the top of the big top, a golden glint can be seen just on the inside of Mr. Witch's suit jacket.
He's got a gun.
The watch. Golden gun. We cut to inside the sleeve. Candlefoot raises his arm. This sleeve's kind of tight, by the way.
I'm already tiny, and then
Yeah.
I made myself super tiny. So,
Yeah. So
I like, if a normal person is fairy size, I feel like I'm at least like half fairy size.
which sleeve are you in?
Right sleeve, I suppose.
Okay.
I went to his pocket, so I'm assuming like.
Wait, no. So you would have been on his left. So you're probably in his left sleeve.
Okay.
I
Whenever
guess.
he puts his I'm hoping he'll know to put his hand in his pocket, and then
Yes, he
I'll
does.
shimmy into the
He
old
reaches his hand in his pocket.
sleeve.
You shimmy into his sleeve,
The old sleeve.
the old sleeve, holding on to the sleeve in his arm hair. He puts his hand back on the hat box, and he raises it to Mr. Witch, who with his right hand puts his hand on the hat box to hold it steady as Candlefoot opens it. So at a certain point, Candlefoot's hand and Mr. Witch's hand are very close together. The left arm and the right arm.
Does Mr. Witch have a loose-looking sleeve?
His sleeves are looser than Candlefoot's. He's wearing a suit jacket.
That's a comfy-looking sleeve in there.
If that's where you wanted to go, it doesn't matter. So he puts that there. You're just going to have to stop me because you know what's going to happen. He reaches a hand down to grab the butterfly crown.
I'm gonna shoot across.
Okay? Roll. Let's roll.
If he starts looking around, I'm sure the distraction will be shortly coming.
Okay. So at this point, Prince has made it to the beginning, made it to the middle,
It's
and
kind of holding my side a little bit.
as you begin to
It's
move,
crown and gas.
Hold somebody else's side.
as you begin to move, you pinch Candlefoot a little bit, and he flinches a little bit, keying Prince into the fact that something's moving inside his sleeve.
Someone's moving inside of me too, buddy.
And Mr. Witch goes to pick up the crown.
I'm I said I shoot across.
Yeah,
my sleeve.
you shoot across. Absolutely, you shoot across. Let's roll a stealth check.
Sleight of hand. If you're waiting, my plan was to let it all fly when he went to put it on my head.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right, sure.
That's Do I get anything for being tiny?
Yeah, sure. Let's do advantage.
Advantage. Hey, that's a 18.
That's enough to beat. That's enough to beat my check.
What was your check?
It was 14.
Okay, good. I got a 13 the first time.
All the excitement from this, Mr. Witch is kind of a nervous guy, like in front of crowds. He doesn't like being the center of attention. Obviously, he's not as showy as everybody else. So he's kind of nervous in front of this crowd, despite being a big burly guy. And so he's more focused on trying to get this and get it right and make sure everybody's having a good time. To notice the fact that you've slid into his sleeve between his tight suit shirt and his jacket. He grabs the crown as you hang out inside of his sleeve, and he goes to place it on the head of the tabaxi.
Do I make eye contact with him as the sleeve comes up?
As the sleeve comes up.
I'm gonna look him in the eye and nod.
I give a wink.
Yeah,
That's all you got.
So at the split second, if you're watching on YouTube, the sleeve comes up. Rusty's inside the sleeve, gives him the nod, and then Prince just blows. I love and hate that this is how it's going.
I'm gonna sit there with it for a second, like as it all comes out, and then I'm gonna shake kinda and fall to the ground with a little bit of milk coming out of my mouth. Like I'm just fetal position with like white liquid just pouring out. Like,
with the
it's still coming out the other end.
Stage is covered, it's dripping off the side.
with the crown on his head, he falls to the ground, covered in his own excrement.
Just anybody looking at this, like, what the happened? What is this?
The music
From down on the ground, you get a feeble woo.
So what's happening with Witch's arms while this is going on?
So
he recoiling?
He puts the crown on, and as soon as he puts the crown on, the poo-poo happens. And as he does that, he's surprised. Like I said, he's nervous. He's surprised, so he puts his hands up as if like, what did I just do? Giving you a perfect slip and slide directly to where you want to go.
Nice.
So Rusty goes sliding down his sleeve. The distraction is working perfectly.
Can I take this opportunity, like, to reach into my pocket and, like, throw the dust on myself? The pixie dust that I have?
Of course you can.
I do
it.
The show takes flight.
I had enough time. We've already jumped the shark. I had enough time to think about how I was going to handle this, but it's still difficult as it's happening. I'm rewarding the fact as well that I don't think anyone ever has played this new Witchlight Carnival campaign this way.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. So a perfect slip and slide. You slip boom, doom, doom, down the sleeve. Mr. Witch is nervous. He's freaking out like, what did I just do? In fact, as soon as you blow in your pants the poo-poo out of your bunghole, to be clear,
Juicy.
To be candid.
Mr. Witch says, "What the hell was?" I can't. Why I can't ever start an accent off properly. Josh, you have to cut this out. Mr. Witch. Oh my boy, what do you do? That's not the right voice. Still, New York. There
you go.
What the hell was that?
Perfect.
We'll deliver it one more time. What the hell was that?
Can I see him from my position?
No, not now.
I'm like in his armpit. On
Yeah,
the way
you're
down.
in his armpit. Use whichever take of that you like. And as he says that, his arm is raised. You're bouncing down his sleeves. You slam into his. I mean, not slam into his side or whatever, but you like drag down the inside of his coat. You're headed toward his pocket. Roll an acrobatics roll for me.
While he's rolling in the audience, can I yell out, "Is he okay?"
It's a 10.
10. Yeah, you're falling, whatever. The pocket is open. I'm making it an easy roll because of how, just I like all this going on. How about this? With a 10, instead of going directly into the pocket, you grab onto the edge of the pocket. Like you're right on the outside of the pocket grabbing on. You see the chain. Like your hand is right next to the chain as it slides into the pocket.
I'm going to go ahead and hook into it. I got the hook thing.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and hook into it so I don't fall.
Right. You hook into the chain, you're clasped. From the crowd can be heard, "Is he all right?" I don't know.
I'm shaking slightly.
He pooped himself.
He pooped himself.
Do you think I have enough in my stomach to like?
I don't know.
To like force myself to just vomit a little bit? Like
I gotta stop this.
You gotta roll for that.
I gotta stop this here. You can roll to try to control your stomach to vomit. I'm just putting that
He
real
pulls
high.
out a spare chili dog from his
What's
pocket.
What do I do? Roll Constitution?
Somewhere Sam Elliott.
Yeah, roll
He's
Constitution
got
for
one
control over your body.
I got an 8.
You do not vomit. Instead, you give a burp. He pooped himself.
That'll work.
Yeah, he pooped himself. I don't. What do we do?
Hey, somebody check on him.
No one's ever pooped themselves in the big top before.
I'm going to cut the chain.
All right, as you're doing this, you cut the chain. It takes you a few minutes. The conversation is going on. Well, what do we do? What do we do?
I want to take this opportunity as they're still like fumbling around. I want to start like flying on the ground, so I'm like scraping myself around in circles on this platform, like around the edge of it. I want to do it 3 times, and then once I get close to the exit, I'm gonna like facing it. I'm gonna just take off that way. I'm still like folded over.
Like he's sick. He's what I did. Do we have a new vendor out there? What are they selling? He's sick. Is everybody else feeling okay? Miss.
Yeah, we've never seen this before. Everyone just remain calm. He's circling the big.
He's circling the big top. What do we do?
But I wanna also dash if I can and double my speed with the tabaxi trait. So as soon as I like get in line with the exit,
I'm missing all of this masterpiece from inside the jacket.
I'm at the exit,
shoot off.
so I'm concerned.
Well, I'm aiming for like the top of it. I don't want to hit it.
The top of what?
Like the top of the exit.
Okay.
I want
So the top of the
All right.
They don't call it a big top for nothing.
So
Mary Poppins, y'all.
they're absolutely flabbergasted at this point. So let's just say you're circling the tent right now. I know what you want to do, but will it all the way make it? We don't know. I'd love to know, Eric, what's going on? What are you thinking right now? The crowd is standing up. There are people. Some of them are throwing up in the stands. People are freaking out in front of you, but there's a direct line between you, an opening between you and what's going on. What's going through your head?
He's thinking, I really hope his poop doesn't hit me.
Do we get a net, a lasso,
but his
or
like
a mop?
second thought is, he's trying to like do the motions of what
Burley
would do. So he's kind of like doing the hand motion, being animated, like what is this kind of thing?
Okay, gotcha. You're acting surprised. Smart. Very cool.
Just turns the pumpkin. Oh,
Yeah.
While this like epitome of distraction is going on, can I like climb up to the edge of the pocket? I'm just want to grab the chain and pull the watch out.
Okay.
And
yoink.
kind of like scuba diver backwards, like pull it out and go with it.
Okay. Yes, you can do that. Roll a strength roll, I guess, to pull that thing out.
Makes sense to me. That's that's a 19.
A 19 will definitely do it. So you grab onto the rope. onto the chain now that you've cut it. It's take you a little bit. It's a rough hack that you've done with the thing, but you got it through. You grab one hand on one link of the chain, another hand on the other, and you flex those goblin biceps, and you pull up the watch. As soon as it starts to give, you lean backwards. The watch chain then flops out of the side of the pocket, falling above you as you both head towards the ground.
We are in free fall, and as soon as I emerge from the bottom of the coat, I just need to get a look around for an exit.
Okay.
Before, which way am I pointed?
Lock on time.
Right,
I was on his right, right?
You are on his right. Mr. Witch is currently facing directly towards the front entrance.
And now I picture I'm like falling down with the watch like above me.
Mm-hmm.
My back is to him, and my back is like parallel to his right thigh. Like I've just fallen out of his pocket side.
Okay, your head toward the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do I see like right in front of me? Is there an exit that way?
If you're looking away from his right thigh, you're looking to the side of the big top. No exit. That's only crowd over there.
No exit. Okay.
So if you're looking away from his thigh upside down, directly to your right would be the entrance. That's where you came in.
Behind him, right? Yeah.
In front of him.
In front of him.
As you're falling upside down, you said you're falling upside down like a torpedo.
My two directions I'm going for is either directly in front of me or directly behind him, because I still don't want to be seen as I shoot out of the
Okay,
place.
directly behind him would be in the direction of burly disguised Eric.
Cool.
And towards the back. So if you're falling like a torpedo with your head to the ground, facing away from him, to your left would be behind him.
Can I make a perception check, see if I can see him?
Oh,
Sure.
You're going to see me. Well, it depends on how distracted you are, I guess.
This seems like just such a minuscule thing. It's like he's just following with a what? But like I'm definitely seeing Gandalf ride the Balrog down.
Yeah.
So I'm about to activate the catapult spell. If you want to use this moment of free fall to describe what I see as I come out.
Yeah, you come out of the pocket. Right at this point, you see
an unnatural 20.
Oh, yeah.
An unnatural 20?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you definitely see this happen. You see a glint
I
of this
nod.
pocket watch. Yeah, it's like one of those moments in one, like, I don't forget who makes the movies that way, but where they, like a Tarantino, in Django Unchained, there's a moment where they zoom in on Leonardo DiCaprio's face from a very far distance very quickly.
You will?
You will? and so it's like it zooms in from your point of view directly to Rusty's eyes, and he looks at you and gives you the nod.
I nod back.
And as you're flying with the watch, you're upside down, so like the ground is the sky for you, and you see going across the sky upside down a doo-doo covered prince sliding around on the sand around the big top, just groaning in agony. The things you hear like, do we stop him? I don't know if we stop him. He pooped all over himself. He must be sick. He needs some help, right? He's obviously ill. Someone catch him. I'm not putting my hands on him. Everybody's still freaking out. Derlegron is like covering her face.
I don't know these people.
Diana Cloppington is like, well, good golly. And
You're all gonna see me in a different light.
you can see like that same fat guy that was catcalling Palasha, that disguise that Kettlesteam had,
Rethinks
is
his
like
life choices.
maniacally cackling because it's Kettlesteam disguise.
I'm gonna cast catapult.
All right, you cast catapult. Tell me about catapult if you don't mind.
Oh boy.
Summons a medieval siege weapon.
I don't think I actually have it written down.
Well, he's tiny, so it's only
it just
this big.
it fired. What was it? 100 feet?
90 feet. I can pull it up for you if you want.
I got the spell book thing.
Straight line up to 90 feet direction you choose before falling to the ground, stopping early.
Here.
Early.
Literally.
I go 90 feet.
Okay.
Stopping early if it impacts against a solid surface. If the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. Failed save, the object strikes the target, and they both take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything about a DC for the saving throw, but it's probably, I would say, his spell save DC.
Gotcha.
That's up to you to decide how far.
All right, so you fire this thing directly at Eric.
Yeah.
Who is a good distance away. I don't think it's not going to be 100 feet away. So now we're going to have to figure out what happens to Eric. But you knew all this was going to happen.
So
You were prepared for this.
I told him like nobody had to catch me.
Oh, I know.
wait,
You're headed that.
He's getting.
I'm launching towards you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The
You
watch
can't-
and him.
The watch
Yeah.
and you, right?
Okay.
I am clasped to the watch. I'm like bolted into it,
Yeah.
and it is going like arrow speed.
Yeah,
It's you.
So you said.
So how about this? Because you're attached to the watch, you're creating drag. It's not going as fast as it would otherwise, so not as dangerous.
Gotcha.
And you have advantage on the save. People are going to be like, oh, you're such a lenient DM. It's the rule of cool, baby.
Also, my spell save is only 13, so he should be good.
Well, you have advantage because you knew this was the plan.
and you caught
Oh, actually, what is my dexterity?
Big Fat Mick.
Also,
Yeah.
I have fly time left. I can like
You
kind
do,
of slow
Pull
it down.
against it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Engage the brakes.
Like, yeah, cartoon.
Okay.
Like
Pop the
feet
pocket
down
watch
in the
open
air.
for drag shoot.
Will a 15 work?
A 15 will save.
Yep.
So, you have a choice. You can either catch it, try to catch it, and we'll do another roll for a dexterity thing for you to catch it. It's not going to hurt you,
I know.
but we'll see if you catch it or whether it has to hit the ground. Or you can just get out of the way and we'll see where it lands.
Can I try to catch it, but not like actually like make it look like I'm catching it, but like kind of like stealthily catch it?
Stealthily.
Into your overalls or something?
I know, but like do it like kind of like this, instead of like this.
You-
Like,
do
he
it
doesn't
that.
want to make a big show.
You can
Yeah, not
decide
make it a
however
big
you
shot.
want to catch it. If you want to
Okay.
like immediately conceal it, we'll make it a sleight of hand roll.
Okay, I'll do a sleight of hand roll.
Okay. That'll be fun. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do a big bugbear sleight of hand.
Okay, I'm gonna use my. Do I have advantage?
Uh,
That sounds
Not
like
on the
not
side
such a
of
good
hand.
roll.
Okay, I'm gonna use some inspiration then.
okay.
Did you see that?
No.
It went 15 and went. What did it land on?
5.
Yeah, it was on the 15 and just went.
So because you tried to do such an expert catch, you
It's a 9.
You fumbled it, and the watch and Rusty hit your hands. But you do gracefully grab them, so there's not any damage.
Okay.
You take that momentum, but then as you do that, you try to stuff them into your overall pocket. But instead of going into your pocket, it goes into your overalls and goes all the way down your leg. And now the watch and Rusty are sitting in the darkness by your feet.
Okay.
Nice.
When that happens, I'm just like, I'm like all trust on Rusty that hopes he can do it. So I'm gonna as soon as that happens, I'm gonna walk back and try to like leave,
Okay.
like
so
look professional and just try to like leave now.
without stepping on Rusty or the watch.
Yeah, and be like,
I
okay.
fell all the way out of his pants leg.
I'm assuming that like he's either grabbing my shoes or grabbing one of my pants.
Okay.
What?
So yeah, you can make that decision for sure. But
Yeah, if I have the wherewithal to do that, yeah, I'll grab onto his ankle.
okay, so you grab onto his ankle,
Stick the hook in
and
there.
then yeah, Eric and Burley turn around and limp away. Mick, from your point of view, at this point, you see Prince rocketing towards you with his flying speed.
So, let me see just what that would be. 120 feet.
That's a long way. So you rocket out of the front door of the carnival.
I'm going to aim for the river.
Okay. You rocket out of the front door of the carnival. That would be the border of the carnival. So you're not going to
No,
make it.
I want to... Well, by the carousel.
Okay, gotcha.
Because
So you,
because that's where we're meeting.
Right.
So my plan, I'll just run through the whole thing. I want to hit the water and, like, rip off the soiled clothing and then flop out like a
naked?
fresh fish, whatever's clean. Yeah. Well, I've got like a cloak
Okay.
as well.
Whatever
I'm
is
gonna-
clean.
That I'm hoping has not been soiled at this point.
Okay.
It's been well contained in my
All right.
ragged
So you
cloth.
shoot out of the big top and head towards the thing. At this point, as you leave, she shoots out of there, and like as soon as you leave, the farting has stopped, all the pooting has stopped, all the nasty sounds have stopped. the sound of a flying watch could not even be heard because people were gasping and screaming and they had no idea what was going on. They thought you were possessed by a demon or whatever. They shot out
for a brief
and
moment.
now Witch, Light, Candlefoot, Durlagron, Diana Cloppington, everybody, the whole crowd, it's silence.
Pin drop.
You can hear a pin drop in this room. The only thing you can hear is a very distant kaboosh of you landing in the river. And Mr. Witch says, Light, we gotta send everybody home. This is
From the back of the stands, slow clap.
I've never seen that before. Everybody, I know that wasn't what you were expecting at the crowning of the monarch. I think that Tabaxi was very sick. He had a great time at the carnival. I hope he's all right. We're gonna go check on him. But before we do that, we're going to politely ask everyone. We're going to comp your tickets. Everybody come back tomorrow night. You get a free 8 rides and a free hot dog. What? How about a free cotton candy voucher? You seen too much tonight. So why don't we just go ahead and call it a night? You guys head home. Like I said, the nice goblin you met on the way in will comp your ticket, and
There was a nice goblin.
we'll see you tomorrow night. Obviously, we've got something going. We'll have everything fixed by tomorrow night. Everybody, but go ahead and go home to your families. The sun's coming up soon. We'll see you tomorrow, okay? And he turns to Mr. Light.
I'm ducking out.
Yeah, okay.
I'm headed towards where you are.
As you duck out, he turns to Mr. Light, and of course you wouldn't hear anything else. So.
Can I go when I'm leaving? Can I go on the right of me? Like I'm heading out. I'm going to the left, right? Since I'm assuming that's where Burley is.
You're heading out the back, right?
Yeah.
Or
wherever I'd think where Burley would be.
So yeah, Burley would be back here and behind the big top, getting prepared for the fireworks.
Okay, so as soon as I see him, I'm going to rush over, take off the pumpkin, give it to him, and then check.
So, how'd it go?
It went decently okay.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
even know what the plan was, but I'm glad my plan went really good.
Your plan went great.
Did anybody recognize you?
I think so, but no one asked. So.
Oh, okay. So you got the watch? Somebody's got the watch?
Someone's got the watch. And then I'm like looking down at me, seeing if I can see Rusty.
I'm gonna climb out of his leg sleeve.
Okay. Oh! It's right there. What? A tiny little goblin man.
Hello.
Hello down there.
Eric, we were supposed to meet at the carousel after everything was done.
I'd like to change before I do that, though, so no one would think I'm him.
That's fair. Burley, are you still doing the fireworks? It was pretty distracting in there.
Is the parade going on? I see everyone leaving the big top.
It did not look like a parade to me. It looked more like an evacuation.
Let me go check. You guys do whatever it is you have to do, and maybe.
Would you like the watch?
I don't think I don't think I have it in me to extort Mr. Witch and Mr. Light like that.
Okay,
After all, I do want to keep my job.
that's fair.
Yeah, I was questioning why I was being him, too, because I didn't want to ruin his reputation.
All right, well, I'm going to head to the carousel and meet up with the more disreputable members of our team who are fully capable of extorting people.
Yeah.
I'm going to change here so you can have all your stuff.
Yeah, I hope the rest of my plan goes good. I'm gonna check and make sure, see if Mr. Witch and Mr. Light need me for anything. So
Your
you guys,
plan is doing great.
yeah, you guys just let me know how my plan turns out, okay?
Might want to bring a mop.
I'm going to head over and wait for the others. You come over whenever you're done changing.
I'll head in
And-
there in a minute.
I'm going to set the watch down and sit on it and like cast catapult on it again and launch myself up and towards the thing.
Okay.
I just want to use the last few seconds of my fly time to like slow myself down and glide in.
Okay. Perfect. So a golden glint can be seen above the big top. There's that fat man that Kettle Steam is disguised as, like, you know, covering his eyes as you fly over, and you ride the watch down, right, landing right on the side of the river where Prince landed, very gracefully and gently in the grass.
I am naked under my cloak, not ashamed.
Okay.
Standing there, triumphant, clean as the day I was born.
That's not very clean. I know.
I would like
Prince,
to have
how you-
myself.
You feeling all right? You doing okay?
Yes.
Like there was more on the stage than I thought you ate. I didn't know if you're missing any organs or
No, I ate a lot.
everything's still there.
I'm in a good deal of pain
Okay.
internally, but I think that'll pass. I mean, no more so than any other time I've had lactose.
Don't pass anything else though. Okay.
No, that's not for a while. I am empty.
Hey
For
guys,
several
Oh,
weeks.
can you tell me when I'd get there?
Sure.
Nasty.
I've got the watch. Does
Hey,
somebody whose mass equals greater than this watch want to carry it?
Pick it up.
we got you.
Fantastic. Eric's on his way over. He just wanted to get changed to look pretty. Or something.
He does that. Speaking of like, I got some more clothes. You need more clothes? I got clothes.
I'm half tempted to meet them like this.
Here,
Make a
take some
complete-
clothes. And I just like
complete
randomly grab
mockery.
like mismatched clothes and hand them to him.
I'm only going to put on the pants.
Out of your bag.
Yeah, out of
I
my
have the
disguise
pants
kit.
Okay.
and the cloak.
I've got like a couple changes, like random clothes.
Gotcha.
I'm not even looking. I just hand him things.
Cool. Do you want to take a quick break for old Juicy Man?
There's nothing I can do to improve him.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, we can let him down here. I
Chip
mean,
clip.
That's all right. Do you want to just pull? Can we pull our little door shut there?
Oh,
Yeah.
The
I
fan.
feel like we're pretty cool in here now, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
We trying.
I'm alright.
Not that I don't have sympathy for sweet little Juice Man.
I mean, he'll probably be pretty quiet if he comes down here. It's
That's
just,
fine. If you want to do that.
I might every couple seconds be like, hey, stop, or whatever.
Oh, well, I don't want to do every couple seconds.
Well, not every couple seconds. It's about as often as I have to do it for John.
But if you're okay with this, that's fine. But if you don't want to do that, that's just
Alright.
Up to you.
We'll keep going.
okay.
I'm also going to say I lost my leather armor. I just took
Okay.
that off and
That's
let it
fine.
float away.
We
in
don't
the
need
river.
this anymore.
That's fine.
Yeet.
All right. So now standing with new pants, no more leather armor,
Shirtless.
shirtless. On the other side of the river towards the carousel is Prince holding the watch that he helped to steal. Mick is standing next to him. Tiny, what's Tiny Rusty doing?
Just waiting. I guess I'm gonna
Just
sit.
Just so tiny little boy in the grass.
Yeah. Like that big.
Okay. And then as you guys are doing that, fat guy transforms into Kettle Steam as she walks over alongside Eric, who is also coming over.
Some thunder.
Got a little thunder outside, who is also coming over. As Kettle Steam arrives, she says, "Did you get it? Did you get the watch?"
Hold up.
Prince has it.
Yes.
Ooh, excellent.
I
Dude,
point at it.
we have our liberties.
Yeah, I don't
Now,
know if you should be showing that to everyone though. So
I'm just showing it to you guys.
I know that. But
Shh.
I don't know that anyone else will be around for a little while after what I did.
the last thing that I saw was Mr. Witch ushered everyone to leave and said that the carnival would pay for them to come back tomorrow night. But I think it might be important for us to conceal the watch, or maybe put it somewhere where it can't be found, or something very quickly before Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, who are inevitably coming this way, decide they want to take it back by force.
Hold up. I got something.
You got something?
I got something.
I give it to him.
Cool. I call my summoned raven thing, and I just hand it up, and he flies off with it. So
He's gonna come back, right?
yeah.
She turns to anyone else. He's going to come back. Right?
I see him around a lot. I imagine he will.
Oh, Rusty, you're all the way down there.
Yes. Hello.
Did you enjoy your trip?
I did. I flew
Excellent.
quite a distance. Twice.
Well done, everyone.
As did I.
I heard many strange noises.
Oh, it was quite successful. I'm very happy with that.
It was kind of frightening to watch, but I didn't play as big of a role in this one. Eric did manage to catch the watch and the Rusty deftly.
Very
I might
good.
add, I saw the whole thing. Did a great job.
Good job.
Did a great job.
approaching you.
I slid all the way down his overalls. I saw the whole thing too.
Approaching you from a distance and getting closer, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, with more concern than anything else on their faces, coming this way. But as they draw nearer to you, their concern turns into frustration. As they get closer to you, they cross over the bridge towards the carousel, and when they arrive, as you know, you can see the crowd leaving behind them. The two of them are standing there with their arms crossed at the bridge, saying, "I knew, Mr. Witch, I knew you looked familiar. I knew you looked familiar. First of all, in the off chance that this isn't some sort of tomfoolery, are you all right?"
Oh, I'm perfectly fine.
I think the worst is past.
Did you really poop yourself on my stage?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And just so you know, there were options for him to not have to do that.
That's true. I wanted to send a message.
Who's that speaking to me from the grass?
That'd be me.
Oh.
Careful. Don't step here.
I knew there was one person missing from your party. Alright, explain yourself. What's this all about?
Well, I think you're the one who needs to do some explaining.
What do you mean? I already told you I can't tell you no more.
Well, that's true, but you also now can't tell the time, so let's get on that real quick.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You can't tell the time. Mr. Light is the first one to realize. He glances down at Mr. Witch's belt, where a severed half of a gold chain now hangs. So that's what all this was about. You stole my watch.
Yes. In short, yes. It's also to embarrass you a little bit, because you made me mad. Shouldn't do that.
Oh yeah, he was definitely the one embarrassed up there.
I've done worse.
Oh, God.
I gotta admit, if you wanted to embarrass me, you maybe should have done away without pooping yourselves. So what's all this about? Why you steal my watch?
We want answers. Just be honest with us.
What do you mean, be honest with you?
All that crap about the witch light covering the stuff that you can't tell us, just tell us and we'll give you back the watch. Easy peasy. You can have your precious carnival back.
Yeah, and what if me and my partner here, what if we decide we just want to, beat the watch out of you?
I step forward, then you don't get the watch.
Roll intimidation.
Ooh.
Hey, it's not you this time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Hallelujah,
use
he failed.
inspiration.
Oh my god. I mean, that shouldn't be good, but...
I got a 22.
Hey.
He has inspiration as well.
I was wondering how intimidating you would be
You
after
got
that.
a 22?
Yes, sir.
Dang.
Oh.
I'm intimidated.
I'm intimidated.
22 with poop on yourself is pretty good.
I'm clean now. Took some time.
What was the thing from Rick and Morty? It was everywhere. Like
Yeah.
some of it was like on my mouth, and like it was up in the ceiling. Like it was everywhere.
I don't remember that one.
Mr. Light, being the more angry of the two, being the one who lost something, would be the one that you would have had to have beat with that intimidation check.
Mr. Light?
Mr. Witch, excuse me. He rolled a 19, so you are able to out-intimidate Mr. Witch, and he says, "All right, the last thing I want to do is get blood on my carnival. Me and Light, we work hard. Yeah, we work really hard, and we don't like fighting people. We don't like fighting people. And we're good people. Okay? All right. So if you got my watch, I gotta have it back. I can't run the carnival without it. And you sure as hell don't know how to run my carnival. So,
We'll give it.
what
back.
do you want to know?
I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, we'll be honest with you, because despite everything, I do like what you're doing here. At least I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to speak for everybody else.
Well, forgive the humor of this language, but if you liked it so much, why did you crap all over it?
I thought it was funny, to be honest with you.
You had a point.
Black
But-
goes, hey, a show's a show.
That's true.
They're
Anyway,
gonna have to burn that tin after this.
All right.
No
We've
one's gonna
all-
forget that one.
that's also true. Most unforgettable night of their lives. We've all lost something. I think we talked about that before. I don't really remember.
I think it's
Maybe this was
The
the
main
memory
point.
that I forgot. This
Yeah.
exact same thing happened
You,
before.
yeah, you did. I think you did.
This
you,
was the main point of the conversation last time we
Yeah.
spoke to him.
And obviously we want that back. You know something about the Witchlight Coven. I forget everything that we learned before. It's been quite a
I
ride.
understand. All right.
I crapped out a few memories back there.
If we tell you what you got to do to get your things back you lost, do I get the watch back?
And you let us leave with no troubles.
Of course.
We leave on agreeable terms.
We'll let you leave on agreeable terms. Let me tell you this.
Ooh, and I want one more shrinky potion.
What was that?
One more shrinky potion and
Sorry,
another little
you're so
flying powder.
small. You're so small.
Why don't you lean down here?
He leans down.
One shrinky potion, one flying powder. The fairy people have them.
Yeah.
Very good for the watch theft.
Yeah, Light, will you go get him? Will you go get this nice old small goblin the things he wants?
Incredibly old.
Yeah, I'll be right back. He walks away and quickly returns with the things that you'd like to have. He brings back one shrinky potion and a little more dust.
Yes.
He says, "This is only because you got us. There's only because you got us in a vice." Mr. Witch says, "Okay, so agreeable terms. I want to tell you this. I can appreciate your drive to find the things you lost. I can appreciate that as a businessman, as well as someone, as I told you earlier, who got his balls in the vice. They're crunched, squished, mushed, immovable.
Harsh. Oof.
Gotta be careful how you twist.
We're not supposed to talk about the coven.
We get it.
Well, look. Tell us
What's the name of the coven?
Hourglass Coven.
We're not sorry. Josh,
That was a
we're-
perfect moment.
Josh, we're running it back. We're running it back. We're not supposed to talk about the Hourglass Coven, but I'll explain a few things. Everything that you lose in the carnival ends up in Prismia. What happened was, the patron of our carnival, Zabilna, the ruler of a realm in the Feywild called Prismia,
We know that.
where we come from.
Mhm.
She's been frozen in time. She's been subdued in some way by the Hourglass Coven. 3 hags.
What's her face is with us? Kettlestein?
Yeah, Kettlesteam is with us.
Okay.
As he says this, Kettlesteam goes, "Oh no." Yeah. So, she's been locked in some sort of stasis. She's trapped by the Hourglass Coven, by these 3 hags. In the realm of Prismia,
Lismia.
has been like a mirror of this world. The Feywild, you know a little bit about it, I assume, but like a mirror of this world. But this mirror has been shattered. And Prismia, once whole, has now been separated into 3 different splinter realms, sorta. And in exchange for letting them take some lost things from our patron, well, not even our patrons. If somebody comes into the carnival without a ticket, the hags we've given the hags the right to take something from them. That was their deal. They said, you can continue to run your carnival if you let us take these lost things from people who don't belong in the carnival. And we said, if it's that or nothing, we're going to take that. So, they take things from you, and they take them back to Prismia, because they have control over the place. If they say the carnival's no more, the carnival's no more. We had to do what we had to do. Mr. Light is shaking his head, and we're really sorry. We don't want people to lose things when they come here. We want it to be a place where people can enjoy themselves, but we don't want it to stop existing.
Sounds like a lot of balls and a lot of vices.
Vices everywhere.
Who are the three
Full of
hags?
testicles.
I assume one is Balvona Blightstraw
Yeah,
and Scabatha.
yeah.
And what's the third one?
And there's one other one. This will be a cut. Sorry, I just don't remember all three of their names off the top of my head.
Scarface.
Hank.
It's just Asha.
Sorry, the hags. Bavlorna Blightstraw, Scabatha Nightshade, and Endolin Moongrave.
Of course, it's Indolin.
These are the... And I don't know how they did it. To use a common phrase, this is the tip of the iceberg for you. I would understand if you wanted to give up. I would understand if you said, okay, be gone. But we'll show you how to get to Prismia
Let's do it.
if you want.
Yes.
But I'll tell you this. It ain't the place it used to be.
Well, look, it's all well and good, and I know you trying to run a business and things like that, but, you know, I gotta ask, like, you know, Rusty, he's not afraid of stuff, and Eric, he's done lost his giggles, but, you know, I lost a memory, I don't even know what it was, things like that. But, you know, Derlegrand, she lost a child. Like, were you okay with that going into this?
How are we to know that a child was going to get lost? How are we to know that was going to... These hags, they don't play by the rules. They make them, but they don't play by them. There's nothing we can do. It's all that joy that the carnival can provide, the escape from the hellish world that we all live in, that all that goes away to save one child that we didn't even know something bad was going to happen to. It's an impossible situation. We're sorry. We hate it. We're sorry, and Derlegrand knows that we love her, we care for her, and we take care of her. But there's nothing we can do about it. We couldn't have known.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we could do something about it. That's not right. Hey, how do we get to Prismere?
Prismere.
You got like a door or something?
We'll take you if you all want to go. At this point, let's imagine that Rusty is growing to normal size.
That's it.
Okay.
How do we...
Gets like slightly above average and then back down.
How do we work it in a way that you don't get noticed by the hags? We don't want your name attached to us.
People find their way into Prismia from different places all the time. They may not know it's us, but how about this?
We beat the crap out of you, and then we tell everybody that you don't look like you like that plan.
The hags...
You try your thing.
Convince the hag, look at what you're doing right now. You got leverage on me. I'm not giving you this voluntarily.
We know 2 ways. Well, 1 way for each hag. What about the third? Do you know anything about Indolin?
I barely know their names.
As you can see.
So, the 5 of you going to Prismere then. Well, I think the 4 of them are going to Prismere. I'm not allowed to go back. That's part of the pact I made with Zybilna.
I stab her in the neck. She's Moongrave.
She says, Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, how about I stay here? And if anything bad happens as a result of them going into Prismere, I can help you with it. I've still got a little power left from Zybilna, and maybe in some way it'll be even more of a connection for the carnival here.
An emissary.
Emissary.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea. No, doesn't sound like a bad idea. If you promise not to cause any more trouble.
I don't think she can match the kind of trouble I can cause, and we both know that.
Yeah, I don't expect you to poop on anything. All right.
So she's a bird.
So,
You don't have any more trouble to cause for a while.
Bugbear, you've been quiet.
Not entirely.
You going to Prismere?
Yeah.
What about you, little goblin?
Yeah, I'll tag along.
All right.
I'm working on something, and having no sense of fear kind of hampers my ability to make the world's most protective armor, as you can probably imagine.
I can imagine that. All right, Light, why don't you take Kettle Steam here? You guys go make some plans for tomorrow and see if we can't get a cleanup detail on the big top. I'll take these 4 gentlemen, and I'll send them off. Against my will, mind you.
Yeah.
Keep that the official
Wink.
story.
Okay. So, he walks you, Kettle Steam and Mr. Light leave. As Light leaves, he says, my tabaxi friend, though it was by far the worst crowning of the Witchlight Monarch, I don't know if one has ever been that exciting.
You're welcome.
I hope to see you again sometime.
Me too. I hope I don't die out there.
And Kettle Steam says, thank you guys for keeping me from making too much of a fool of myself, and go save Zybilna for me.
We can do it.
I give them both a shake.
Okay?
Very clean shake.
It's clean, yeah.
Gotcha.
I
She
use my left hand. to
the only
clean this.
person she's tall enough to smack on the back is Rusty, so she gives you a smack on the back.
Ooh. It was nice to meet you, Kettle Steam. We'll do what we can.
Likewise. And you, big guy, keep him safe.
I'll try.
All right. So those two walk away, and Mr. Light motions you to come this way. He walks you across the bridge, past the big top, into the Hall of Illusions.
I'm gonna pat Grim, or not Grim, what's his face? Prince on the shoulder, and I give you back the unused baggie of stuff.
Take it.
Nice.
It's like a
it in my
Walmart
pack.
bag.
So you guys follow Mr. Witch into the thing. He says, as Witch moves through the Hall of Illusions, his reflection in the mirror shows him as a gloomy Shatterkai child, alongside your own youthful reflections. Remember these mirrors they showed you as a young person, and then there's an equilibrium mirror, and then it goes to where you're old, right? Remember?
And then some weird frog girl.
Right.
somewhere.
There was a weird pig mask
What does
girl
it
and
show
frog
for
girl.
mine?
It shows
Curious
a
question.
young version of. I mean, these aren't like legendary magic items, so it doesn't like reveal your true self. It just shows the young version of whatever mask you're currently wearing.
Cool.
We walk past one of the ones that shows what we look like in the future, and Prince is just not there. It's like, wait a minute.
He's
Um,
trapped
a
himself out
vampire
of
in the
existence
future.
again.
He's going too powerful.
soon, with your own youthful reflections following behind, soon he calls you to halt. Stop here. The mirrors now reflect everyone's true age. Mr. Witch addresses you in a hushed tone. Everything you seek and more lies beyond this mirror. If you mean to step through, then stand in front of the glass and repeat this. Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where.
I get in front of the glass.
He steps back, mixed in front of the glass.
Wait, hold up. You gotta give him back the watch.
No. My bird does.
Yeah, but your bird's gonna go with you because it's a part of you.
Well, don't worry, I haven't forgotten. He as you step
Yeah,
up to the
that was-
mirror.
Prince was saying that.
Okay, yeah, as he steps to the mirror, Mr. Witch says, before you do anything, I need to know the time.
Gotcha. Shouldn't be a problem. Des flies back in and he sits at the top of the mirror.
Okay.
And he's got the watch in his beak.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Mr. Witch walks over and reaches his hand up towards it and tries to grab it.
Yeah, sorry, not till we're on the other side of the mirror.
All right.
You guys are slow. I'm gonna walk up to the front of the line.
Okay.
Hither, thither, here and there. Wander yonder, show me where.
All right. As you say that, mist
Scuba
swirls. Mist swirls in the mirror, blotting out your reflection and everyone else's reflection.
I'm gonna charge right into it.
All right.
I don't know if it's a
Follow him.
liquid mirror now
Gotcha,
or
yeah.
what, but I'm going for it.
You charge right into it. Any creature that touches the surface of the misty mirror is pulled
Cannonball.
through it. You jump in there. As soon as you touch it, it sucks you in. Prince right behind him. You both get sucked into the mirror.
Pook.
So as soon as you touch it, Mick gets sucked into the mirror, and his Dez on top of the mirror, his Raven familiar, gets sucked backwards and gets sucked in, and with the watch still in his mouth, as soon as the watch touches the mirror, it slams into it and slides down it, unable to pass through. Mr. Witch takes it, blows it off, wipes it on the breast of his shirt. He takes another chain out of his pocket and hooks it on, and slips it into his pocket.
It's like an anchor chain now.
I'm gonna ask him, what's the time?
It's about time for you to get going. But before you go, mind a rule of 3. Future, present, past. Find the alicorn and free the dormant queen at last. And he slaps you on your back and you stumble forward and go into the mirror.
Okay.
You guys can write. You can also write that down too if you want.
I was about to say, John, you might want to write that one.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not gonna remember this, but I hope I can.
What was it? Present, future, past? What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John's the only one that heard it, but it's present, future, present, past. No, sorry. He said, mind the rule of 3, future, present, past.
Mind.
Find the
alicorn and free the dormant queen at last.
Mind the rule of past.
Nope.
Wait, hold up. Mind the rule? What?
Mind the rule of 3.
Oh, mind the rule.
Future, present, past. Find the alicorn, ALICORN, and free the dormant queen at last.
We'll randomly come
Find
across
what?
some guy named Al standing in corn.
I can't remember all of that.